Thank you. Please remain on the line. Hold for acceptance. This is a direct pay call from. Charges for your call have been accepted.
Hey.
Hey, they cut us off earlier, man. I couldn't. They lock us down from 4 to 6:30 every day, so.
I figured it out. Remember, I'm familiar with this particular pattern here.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, I considered the fact, while I couldn't exactly remember what that was, that while Cherokee County seems to have one of the most functional operating systems, it's user-friendly and very consistent, the local hardware seems to be pieces of shit. There would be constant periods there where the phones just were broken for days.
Yeah. Well, this isn't the worst job I've been in, but it's definitely not the best. Like.
Yes. And even though you're in the men, it just sounds like there's a whole gaggle of women behind you.
Well, there are.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's up?
No, I'm just cooling it, man. Waiting to get this over and done with. I have, yeah, I mean, I'm just, I personally am really eager to do this trial and just get some closure on, I personally am feeling like I'm going to get a lot of closure on them. That's still just like an open wound.
It feels like it's just going to get stolen from us now. That's what I really
That it's what?
It's going to get stolen from us. Exactly what I was saying. It's like this whole thing is about closure for Hannah, and, I just feel like it's going to get stolen.
Well, I mean, they're going to try, but I'm still going to get mine.
Because of this whole recording thing, Koo's just going to throw the whole thing and just, plead for life in jail.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but that's just like, well, then fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she wants to, if she would rather go through all that than, just take the humiliation, it's like, that's like, then she's just another one of these.
You're not dealing with one. You're dealing with multiple females here. Like, I don't care if they have a penis. These are all females on that side, and
yeah.
You know what they do. They get guilty and they run. So yeah.
That's right. So then she's whatever. Then she's not what she has. Then she she cowered out and became the epitome of what she hated, and became a version of everything that she's been adamantly opposed to, and was supposed to be the embodiment of.
I wasn't sure earlier if they cut us off. I was getting to the point where I wasn't sure earlier if we got cut off because, we're not supposed to be too, whatever.
Well, I mean, she had the option to be, there was all that potential in her.
No, I mean me and you. If me and you got cut off because we were two, people who technically shouldn't be.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyway,
well, if she's gonna,
so
whatever, man. Go ahead.
That I talked to K-League, and Katie did say, I just talked to her a little bit ago, and I was kind of rehashing what you were bringing out of me, and she said maybe I felt like I asked her directly, and I got a no, but anyway, she said Shaylig said they came, which would make sense. That's where I left you with the substantiation problem. They were going to take that track. Then their track has to include
all me.
Me.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, like,
But that track, that's where I was, because based on what John was saying, and I felt like I asked Katie directly, that track can't be substantiated by Eric or Renee. They don't know me like that. They don't know the teachings like that. They didn't witness anything that's being alleged. So that wouldn't do it. You know, and anybody who's me, Shayla, on it, like, that wouldn't do it. So the people who have been better in play, you can't take that track on me. And so the only thing they would have, based on what was exposed, would be to herself. That doesn't look right. So that track has to include a suitcase full of a circus tent. Like, it has to.
Right, no, I get that. Which is still it's still so low and petty. It's like, you know, this man has 2 wives that he's been married to, both for like 5 years or more now. You know, but that doesn't matter. It matters, right? Like, it matters about some bitch.
For a reason.
Yeah, no shit. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and I, for some reason, for a second there, I thought that you were talking about me. Like, they were going to, it's like, you want to call up these fucking females and let them, give them their opportunity to fucking twat their twat in front of everyone. You know, fuck you, man.
I guess I really hear more into Katie's, like, you know, sigh of, this is going to be a lot of shrapnel and distraction. I'm like, and I was just hearing it like them alleging things, but if they're bringing in, like, if they really are bringing in,
shit,
like Toronto,
yeah, exactly.
You know, like A-Bar, you know, like.
Yeah, it's like, I broke up with this bitch 10 years ago. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is a relationship that's been dead for 10 years, and you want to bring her in to testify? What, like, you know, it's like the more and more frustrated I get with it, the more I hear about it. It's like, this is utter stupidity, and it's sickening because their entire defense is based on a lie. And blah blah blah, and we're gonna bring it, get their twat on in front of everyone, and be like, yeah, Z was like the best thing, and then he did, and then it didn't work out, and I'm mad, and I'm gonna say it in front of everyone. I'm gonna spit my juice on everyone. Like, I mean, that's your defense counsel, you stupid pieces of shit. That's what you're doing. Fuck you. This is pathetic, man. I mean, you know what? And you're right. You're right, because that just steals away any glimpse of light and justice and serenity and closure that we can find for Nimsy. You're right.
Right. And this honestly has nothing to do with me.
That's right.
Nothing I ever did to Chloe Alexis Driver is what caused this. And everything that Eric and Renee Driver and her brothers Aaron and Kyle Driver did to her are the backdrop for her failure to exist correctly, even in their society. And then that carried over into, end quote, our society, and fighting all the demons in her head that were pre-existing. Nothing about this had anything to do with our teaching or anything to do with our way of life, any more than it did with a very slutty drug addict who was attempting to reform herself named Jennifer Tirado. Neither did it have anything to do with a little whore child of unfortunate childhood sexual molestation from a molestation monster with 4 counts of heinous aggression.
No. It's aggravated sexual assault against a minor under the age of 10. That's the charge.
Okay.
So just to put it in their terms.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
It's a referendum on me taking in the strays and attempting to improve their life, and then constantly having to battle back and forth with the idiosyncratic and erratic and destructive, sabotaging and damaging behavior, and to do the best I knew to mitigate that.
Yeah.
Really? That's what we want to do here?
Yeah, and that helps bring justice to Nancy's death or to Kawani's future. How?
Well, I mean, hopefully we're relying on the good sense of the judge.
Yeah. Is it a man or a woman?
It's a woman.
Okay.
She's I believe she's a very elderly woman, not with no offense meant, but I only say so because I believe this is her last case and she's retiring, which is part of why they didn't want to move the case to February, because this woman would like to retire.
Wow.
And the vicar, proxy, steward, who do their version of justice the best they can, as we now have reconciled and understood this faculty in the system. I don't feel like they're going to put up with this shit. I mean, that's pretty much, I can't speak for the judge, but that's Katie's position, that this is complete trash. So,
good.
Interesting venue to bring a circus tent to. Don't believe it's going to go over well. Just like my attorney has put on record to me, in the case with Gabriella, that because she doesn't understand the law and her attorney sucks at the law, she's never even going to get to say her circus tent of things that she believes is going to come up, which is why my attorney stapled and truncated. She's not wasting her time. Gabriella's bullshit parental abandonment of parental rights alongside of my visitation hearing, because she knows one is going to crumble, so the other will happen effectively the same day. Like, these people are disgusting, self-involved, and preoccupied with scapegoating at every level of their life. And this is what it's really for even that legal society that we don't even buy into. If we just looked at this as courting anywhere, it's really an abuse of these clerks.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm saying this is the David Christopher Jacobs syndrome. These people believe that they exist for their manifoldness of expression. Like, this is their therapy session to say their made-up fantasy that's affecting them.
Yeah.
I would say that is a gross misuse of their legal society on their legal society's terms. And since these slave bricks haven't emancipated themselves from their legal...
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
They should technically be whipped and pillared for mocking the legal society with their excessive dramas. These are intransigent slaves who want to turn the courtroom into their own show and tell.
Yeah.
Except it never happened. This is just their glee club hour, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hear you. I hear you.
Like, I mean, the only thing, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't even like to give this strength, but, like, unless it's all, like, just...
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
Is this just like entrapment? Like, we come there and we roll this out, and then it immediately turns into me getting taken by the feds for Gabriella's bullshit suit? You know, is that what
I don't know.
Is that what we're doing here? You know?
I really don't think so.
I mean, I haven't felt that, but it's just there's like this lurking, like...
Yeah.
And you weren't supposed to get taken for some bullshit with David Christopher Jacobs while going to honorably manage the thing with Kyle, you know, so.
I know. It's atrocious. Z, I'm not going to call you back, man. I want to walk and I want to chill. Can I just call you tomorrow?
I'm feeling complete. Like, I mean, it's just, you know, things have been said.
This call was terminated.